Good evening, everybody. It's HolyJoe Rock and Roll coming at you live and unscripted. And today we're going to be trying some foods that I found in one of my local stores. Some beers from Browar Miloslaw or Browar Fortuna Miłosz brand, but also some canned meats. Can like spam in the can. Meat in the can. Now, what you have on screen are two of them. I haven't tried these that I remember, but basically these are kind of like the Polish equivalent of spam. I mean, you know, meat with spices or flavors in a can. And this one is, I just looked at it now. This is the Biedronka branded Trójroczka, they call it, and I don't know, whatever. It just says conserved meat. It says that it's like 61% meat, pork, veprzowina. So 61% veprzowina, and then later on it says it's like almost 6%, 5.9% of mechanically processed pork. 6%. So that's almost 67% pork. It doesn't tell you anything else, right? This one is Moralinski brand. So this is an actual, you know, legit company. And there's other ones in the store, I know that, but these are just the two that I had on hand. I want to try them, compare them side by side. I'm going to be comparing them on some crackers. These are saltine crackers, basically, also from Biedronka Tops. I like these. These are pretty decent crackers. They're salty and buttery. So, Moralinski. I don't know how these are going to be. Let's see. They're definitely not as strong as Spam. Funny story, my wife, who's Polish, who will sometimes eat these, but usually calls these crap, opened up one of my Spams. I had one Spam when we lived in Warsaw. And she smelt it and thought it was bad and threw it away. And I said, that's the way it smells, baby. That's the way it's supposed to smell. Oh, man, that's smelling. That has man, I wouldn't call it a Spam-like smell, but something similar to Spam. And this one, the Moralinski is a bigger can, and it costs more, and a little bit more. Oh, okay, wow, this one, interesting, the smells. It's going to be interesting how these things taste. And I'm going to, of course, wash them down with some beer. Oh, yeah, man. Okay. TJ says he likes OK beer from Poland. We're going to try it. We're going to try it, man. But we gotta eat something first, a little something first. I can't drink them all. There's half liters each, and I'm supposed to go out and do some karaoke tonight, so I can only just sample them, but we'll check them out. And it'll be good with this. This will help soak it up. So, okay, so this one just smells like, you know, like a pork. And this Morelli, I want to say like it has like a goulash-ish kind of a smell to it. It has this gelatin on top. Some people love this gelatin stuff. I'm not really a big fan of the gelatin, but you know, like I said, a lot of Polish like this. At all the big parties, they got this stuff, meat packed in gelatin. But this is okay. Let me just give you an idea. This is, you know, it's meat, you know, ground up meat in a can. You know, and this one you can see the red gelatin around there. That's red gelatin from Moralinski. But I want to try the cheaper one first. This one cost I think about $3.75, so just around $1.10. And this one cost a little bit more. I think it was let's call it $1. Like around $1.50. It's a bigger can. It's a bigger can. 400 grams for the Morelli versus 300 grams for the Trójka, the Biedronka brand. Biedronka brand actually looks pretty solid, man. I'm gonna cut down the middle and cut out a little wedge. And let me just try some Solo Dolo. Take a look at that. If you can see that, it looks like a piece of ham or a piece of like meatloaf, like pork meatloaf, right? It's pretty tasty. I mean, it's soft. It's got a good like meaty bite to it. It's on the sweet side. I wouldn't say it's you know horrible. I wouldn't say it's yucky. It's not bad. It's sweet. It's sweet like a bologna, but it doesn't have the bologna taste. Or the Italians call it mortadella. They make it a little bit different. Maybe it's a little bit more healthier for you. I don't know, whatever. Now let's try the Morlini. Again, looks pretty similar. Looks like a pork meatloaf, basically. Wow. This has a little bit more flavor, a little bit more like a little more spices, a little bit more. What am I tasting? Like paprika, maybe garlic, a little bit of onion, maybe. I mean, let me wash out my mouth with some beer. I got some tea over here. I got some beer. Let's open up the first one. This is really interesting. It's called Blonde Ale, and I wanted to try that. That's what triggered me was I'm in the store. I'm looking for something to, you know, I really was looking for beer. I really was not looking for beer. But I saw this at Blonde Ale. I said, Blonde Ale, give it a shot. Blonde Ale. So what is that like a IPA? IPA? I don't know if that's supposed to be an IPA. But it's open ferment or forte fermentaitia. So open fermented, or I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Oh man, it has a kind of a sweet, almost flowery bouquet. Nice golden. Wouldn't call that blonde. I'd call it more golden look. Fruity, a little bit fruity, a little bit fruity like most blondes. It almost tastes like a little bit of a wheat beer. Blonde Ale. Anyhow, it's the one on your screen. I think it would, well, the one on my left. I don't know if that's your left also. If you're seeing it on your left, let me just see. Yeah, I guess it would be on, if you look at the screen, it's on your left. Yeah, Blonde Ale. Let's pop the, this is not filtered, a not filtered version, or not filtered beer. So we're, the next one. Yeah, Ni filtrovane, unfiltered beer. There's quite a few breweries that do unfiltered beer. Also has a nice head, nice foam. Pretty sort of clean flavor. Clean, I mean, pretty nice. Pretty smooth. This is the blonde one. I don't have 4 glasses, so I'm not going to be able to do these all in series, but this is the blonde one. And this is the unfiltered. The coloring is, unfiltered is a little bit cloudier. And maybe a little bit more darker. A little bit. But not by much. Hey guys. Milonka, yeah, Milonka. Like Spam with less salt. Where's one? Milonka? Troika. Oh, somebody's asking about the. So again, I'll put the meats up there again, so you can go back in the. These are the two that we're checking out. The first one is the Troilovska, Conservana, and the other one is the Morlini. And the pictures are about right. It just looks like a pork meatloaf, essentially. Yeah, if you can get this, hey, you know, well, I don't know if the what's that place called, man? The Irish Pub. There was an Irish pub down. Oh man, I can't remember. There was an Irish pub in New York City. What the heck was that place called, man? I can't remember now. View. Gonna do. Oh, fit the screen. Zoom to fit. There we go. There was an Irish pub, and I can't remember the name of it, but it had a light and a dark, and it was down. I don't even remember now what street it was on, but it was really cool. Yeah, something like Spam. It was unfiltered. I'm pretty sure it was unfiltered. I could be wrong. They made their own brews. It was usually, I think it was. I want to say it was $5 for, you know, for 2 beers or one of each. Now, trim the beard again. What do you guys think, man? That does look Spartanish now. Definitely badass, man. Less people are staring at me. You know, I never had the neck beard, but I had it growing. Look, it's nothing. There was some growing under the chin, and that's all gone. So I'm loving it, man. I like it. I fucking dig it. I like it. It looks strong. So both of these meats are definitely doable. And you know, what I see here in Poland is like, you know, if you're doing construction work, where you got the workers in your house and they're working through lunch, a lot of them will. Well, a lot of them are not making a lot of money. Unfortunately, the owners are of the building companies. But if they're just the laborers, a lot of times you'll see them just bring a can of this and maybe a couple of pieces of bread or bulkies, and they'll be eating these. But of course, if they're in like a workspace and they crack this thing open, the whole room is going to smell like that. Like a couple guys were working in the garage, and they cracked this thing open. I was like, oh God, man. Something like this. They cracked open something similar, and you can smell the thing. Now I'm going to try this on a cracker. This is the Troilovska. Or maybe it's Tyroska. Maybe better pronounced because the TY, Tyrolska. It tastes really good on a cracker. It really tastes really good on a cracker. It just tastes like a, you know, this is a survival food guide. This is, I think, this is how the Poles won, survived World War II and communist. This stuff, man. This is the blonde. Definitely it's the blonde. It's more fruity. Ah. Yeah, it could be a shelf life thing. That's why you don't get this. And I mean, look, I could be wrong. Browar Fortuna. If you Google it, there's information on Wikipedia, and also, you know, of course, their website is browarfortuna.com. They appear to be an independent brewery. I could be wrong. Maybe they're owned by somebody. I don't know. I'm gonna now try the Pilsner. Is that next on the list? Let me see. I'm gonna get ahead of myself. Oh, the wheat beer. Wheat beer's next. Not a huge fan of wheat beers because typically they would upset my sinuses, man. But I'm not gonna drink the whole thing. I'm just gonna try it. These were I think they were $2.99 each, so under $1, guys. Under $1. Well, $2.99 when you're working in Poland is still like spending $3. But still, $3 for a beer is not bad. But this is $3.99, $2.99 or 3 zlotys, Polish zlotys. So under $1. for a ½ liter. This is the wheat beer, the third one on the list. Nice head, good looking beer. Ooh, yeah. It's not my favorite. I just don't like wheat beers in general. Somebody's telling me it's $2 in Brooklyn for Polish beer, like Tiski or Żywiec. That's good. That's a good deal. I mean, it's probably if it's a small bottle or even if it's the big bottle. I remember the delis close to where I lived at Long Island, New York. Żywiec, I think, was ½ liter was $5, and that was 10 years ago. Yeah, this just tastes watery. I mean, I don't know if my palate is a little bit numb. I didn't drink that much, but I'm just not a big fan of wheat beer. The good thing is I'm not getting any kind of like sulfite sensation from this. So I mean, look, it's decent. It's not bad. It's decent. That was the unfiltered. I just finished the unfiltered. I'm gonna grab another piece of cracker on the Morlini. The Morlini. Definitely the Morlini, I think, has a lot more, it's more seasoned. Has more seasoning in it. And it's like paprika, or it's pepper. Like red pepper, like a sweet pepper. Oh man, I'm sorry you're sick, bro. German death camps is sick. Yo, German death camps were always sick. But I'm bummed. I'll be here all week, folks. Thanks. Dude, I hope you get better, man. Feel better. This live stream is not sponsored by anyone. It's not sponsored by the food or Biedronka or by the beer company. So if you feel like it, want to help out help out the company, my company, help out me. Definitely the best way is paypal.me/HJRR, Holy Joe Rock and Roll, short for Holy Joe Rock and Roll. Any amount, large or small, we really appreciate it. And I want to thank everybody who has contributed to this channel. I really do want to tell you I thank you. This is the final one, the Pilsner. So this should be pretty light. Expect it to be light and just like a standard, clear beer, white beer. I got a buddy who just bought beer brewing equipment and I want to help him out. I don't know anything about it. Somebody's in New York, says it's 12 degrees Fahrenheit. Bro, 12 degrees Fahrenheit? Oh, wow, that is pretty cold. That is pretty cold. That's like, yeah, about right here. It was -5 degrees centigrade this morning. During the day, around 2 o'clock when I went to get my car looked at. Oh, the Pilsner. Nastrovia, everybody, by the way. Nastrovia, if you're drinking. If it's too early for you to drink, then cheers, health. Avante Sante, cheers. Prost. A Pilsner. Oh, excuse me. Oh, man. The Pilsner has a lot more hops. And maybe that's, what I associated with typically in the past with the wheat beer, like the German wheat beer, Hefeweizen. That wheat beer that I just had didn't have this much hops type of head to it or flavor. Yeah, this is kind of just like, kind of bland, this wheat beer. This Pilsner is a lot stronger in terms of the flavors coming through, at least for me, what I'm tasting. Yeah. -5 degrees Fahrenheit in New Hampshire with 20+ degrees winds. That's cold, man. Yeah, that's cold. Let's see what is it here right here. Right now. Right here, right now. Temperature. Got my weather app. Weather.
Okay, here's the weather for today.
Okay, so it's 21 degrees Fahrenheit, which is -9 degrees. We would say -9 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's probably around -10 degrees centigrade, something like this. About -7, pretty damn cold. I didn't think it was that damn cold. It's pretty damn cold out. 21 degrees Fahrenheit right now, and it's only getting colder. Wait, 21 degrees. 21 degrees Fahrenheit. If that's Fahrenheit, yeah, it has to be Fahrenheit. Come on. 21 degrees Fahrenheit is -11 degrees. -11 degrees Fahrenheit is what we would say commonly. -11 degrees Fahrenheit, which, yeah, because it's 21. It's 11 degrees below zero in Fahrenheit. So, anyhow. Oh, God. So that's it, man. I mean, Miloslaw Miloslaw is how you would pronounce this beer, the brand. That the crossed L has a W sound, so it's Miroslav, and the W at the end has a V sound. Miroslav. Crazy Horse beer. Was that malt liquor? Malt liquor get you drunk quicker? The 40 ounces. Someone's asking about Crazy Horse beer. Actually, I tried that once and it wasn't bad. It was sweet. It was sweeter because it had more alcohol. Someone's digging the black and tan. Yugling. But oh yeah, this is the another bite of this Morellini.
It's 8 o'clock.
It's 8 o'clock. America's oldest brewery. Yingling. Interesting. So, guys, that's about all I can. You know what? Before this stream, I guess around 3 o'clock, I ate 2 burgers, homemade. About 200 grams of beef total. I ate about 4 pieces of chicken and some apple juice. And about an hour later, I collapsed, man. I just collapsed. Oh my God. One of my, you look in the chat, if you're watching, the chat will be there. Would you ever try stinky fish in a can? Is that herring? Is it pickled herring? You're talking about the schledge? I mean, I gotta learn how to like that schledge because that stuff's pretty damn cheap. I mean, it's actually pretty good for you in terms of you know, omega-3, omega-6, and just protein. But that's I have a hard time dealing with schledge. I mean, I could see. It seems like, you know, if you're closer to the water, if you're closer to the, you know, where the schledge, where the herring is coming from, I've seen it on videos. People getting it fresh and they smoke it, or they just grill it, and it just looks like any other decent fish. Oh, somebody's talking about the Swedish Oscars. So how would you say? How would you pronounce it? Sostroming, Sostroming. The traditional Swedish fish food. I think I've seen that in the store somewhere. It's got to be herring, or if it's mackerel maybe. If it's anchovies, no problem. I can deal with anchovies. If it's what's the other one? Oh man, not mackerel. Sardines. Sardines I actually like, man. Sardines. It's got to be the right kind of sardines, though. And I told the story once before, but I'll tell it again. I was starving one day. I was in college. I was so starving, man. King Oscar sardines. I haven't tried those that I'm aware of. But, you know, the sardines here are okay. You get them in a can. They're coming from Portugal or Spain or wherever. But there was these sardines from, I think it was from Mega. They were packaged in Mexico, and they had hot chili peppers. They were packed in hot chilies, and that stuff was really good, man. Oh man, I'm not gonna. No, man. Someone's talking about this herring fish with guts in the can. No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna pass on that. I'm gonna pass on that. I guess probably maybe use it to make a Roman fish gut dressing. But yeah, but there was the only thing left in the house was basically these sardines, and I made fun of my roommate. He was from Mexico. He was working his master's degree, and he graduated and he left it behind. And thank God he left it behind, man. I cracked that thing open. It smelled like fish, but I was so hungry, man. And then I just ate it, and it was really good, man. It was like spicy tuna fish. Essentially, it was like spicy tuna fish. That was sardines packed in, basically it was a hot chili paste. And if I could find that again, I would love to try it again. And so I've been looking for something similar here. And the best you can get is sardines packed in paprika, which is, you know, sweet, basically sweet peppers. Nothing is spicy like that. I guess, you know, you could always put spicy sauce on it or whatever, but it's not the same thing. The other stuff, it's packed in lemon and olive oil, that type of stuff. That's okay. You know, it's okay. I can eat it. That I can eat with either crackers or bread or just out of the can. You know, the bones are so tiny that it's not a problem, you know. And that stuff's packed with vitamins and minerals and whatever else. Protein. It's a good protein. Lasts for a long time. It's survival food. That's why I got to try to, you know, learn to like it. So guys, I want to thank you. I can't stay too long because as I just was about to start the stream, my buddy told me about the karaoke tonight, so I'll be out. But just to recap, we tried 4 beers from Browar Miloslaw beers. We tried the brown ale. It was actually kind of sweet and fruity, like all blondes. The unpasteurized or nipasterowane, which is like a pretty decent beer. The wheat beer, which actually wasn't bad. It was kind of like what I expected the Pilsner to be like. And the Pilsner, so the wheat beer wasn't very wheaty, but the Pilsner had a lot of hops, so like a real traditional Pilsner, and it was good. I mean, it's good, but it was a little too strong, I guess. I just randomly put them in this order when I took the picture, and that's why I reviewed them in this order for the same reason. And as far as the canned, Spam in the can, these guys were pretty decent, pretty good, definitely edible, definitely doable. Definitely you could survive on this stuff, man. The Morlini brand, at least in this can, 68. Oh, it says 68% meat. It seemed like it had a lot more gelatin on top. but it also had a more flavor, more flavor, packed more flavor. And when I say flavor, I'm just saying, like garlic, paprika, or let's actually sweet peppers, and maybe some onion flavor. Whereas the Tiroska has more of just a straight up meat, like salt pepper. You don't really taste pepper, but just a salted, like a Spam, smoke. Not really smoked. I wouldn't say it's smoky flavored. Definitely not smoke, but just a meat. But both of them are definitely, in my opinion, they're both good. They're both edible. Definitely edible. Definitely, especially, I mean, I'm not hungry, but it's still edible. It's still tasty. It's still tasty. I mean, compare this to not bacon. Compare this to bologna. I mean, you can see clearly that this is ground up pork, like you would find in a meatloaf, right? Real pieces of meat, not like a hot dog, which is, I mean, look, I'm not saying this is necessarily better or worse for you than a hot dog, but with a hot dog, it's been pressure cooked and turned into basically a sludge, right? And then put into little tubes. Now, I like hot dogs, especially Polish hot dogs, definitely without the nitrate. And you put them on a saltine or a piece of bread, with a fresh piece of bread, or a roll with some fresh butter. I mean, of course, if you got a pickle, slice of tomato, you got a really good sandwich, man. Cook on a fire in a can. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. So you're talking, yeah. Same thing with these things. Same thing with Spam. Like if you slice out, like you slice out a slit, right? Slice out a strip, or actually, if you took it out of the can and then sliced it, this would actually be good in a frying pan. If you fried it up, like a piece of meat, like a piece of bacon, actually would be pretty good. Cook. Someone saying cook on a fire. Cook on a fire in the can. You're talking about this stuff, or are you just talking about just cooking just in general on a fire? This stuff, for real, so good. We used to do it when we went camping. You should try that too. What? Cook this on the fireplace? You're saying? Heat it up? Yeah, I can see how that would be good. Like if you, I mean, of course, open it. Definitely don't heat this up without it being open, but open it, heat it up. I can see how that would be good. Real good on a fireplace, like heat it up, and then yeah, heat it. Yeah, definitely. Monica's saying heat it up. Yeah, definitely. Look, like this is just like for Americans, this is just like a Spam, but not as strong. The Spam stuff, because it has a much, I would say the Spam probably has a much longer shelf life. This, I bought this week, and I think the expiration date was 2020. Is it 2020? Yeah, 2020. So definitely, a full year. Like at least a full year. 2020, yeah, they're both 2020. So I mean, definitely a full year's worth of at least the official expiration date. American stuff has a lot more preservatives and lasts longer. I'm sure this stuff would last past 2020. Of course, it would last a couple months, maybe a couple years past. It's just that typically Polish food, if it tells you an expiration date, it usually doesn't taste good after past that expiration date. I mean, certainly anything like milks and yogurts and cheese, if it's past the expiration date, just throw that shit away. It's not going to be good. You can certainly eat it if you want. You might just get diarrhea, or you might get sick. I don't know. But honestly, in my opinion, like even a yogurt, even a yogurt from a company that uses preservatives. If in Poland, the milk-based products, if it's past the expiration date, just throw it away. Don't even risk it, because they usually have this stuff down to a science, and there's no, most things don't have preservatives in them, like in the United States, or it's going to go bad. Just throw it away. It's not going to taste good, or it's going to make you sick. Things in a can, probably can expect them to last longer. Someone's saying that Spam and Twinkies would survive nuclear holocaust. I don't know about Twinkies. I think they actually stopped making Twinkies. Did they bring that back? I heard they got rid of Twinkies because it was, the filling was supposed to be so unhealthy for you, and people were getting obese off of Twinkies. And that factory shut down. The company went out of business, I think, man, or got bought up because it couldn't stay in business without the Twinkies. I love Twinkies, but I would never eat them that often. So listen, guys, I want to thank you for watching. 36 minutes. Okay, someone says he's seen Twinkies in the gas station. They must have changed them. I wonder if they changed the foam or the filling, which was based on basically lard and sugar. Whipped up lard, which is pig fat. Maybe they switched to vegetable shortening and sugar. And it's a sweet treat. It's just not something you're supposed to eat all the time. But unfortunately, stupid ass Americans. It's not their fault necessarily. It's a conspiracy to dumb them down, and that part has worked. That part of the conspiracy has definitely worked for a lot of people. These public schools are really, you can see how horrible they are. Not teaching people the ABCs, the reading, writing, and arithmetic, or real history. Just teaching them a political narrative. Oh, interesting. Those are the ingredients of Twinkies, I'm assuming. Wheat flour, sugar, corn syrup, niacin, that's a preservative, water, high fructose corn syrup, egg shortening, and others. So yeah, I mean, typical, normal stuff. It's just, the amount. And sugar comes second. So wheat flour is most, sugar's the second most, and then corn syrup. And then later on, high fructose corn syrup. My God, flour and sugar are pretty much 1, 2, 3 of the first 5 ingredients. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 6. 3 of the top 6 ingredients. Water is one of them, but it's a sugary substance. So that's what's up. Shortening would be the fat. So it's not a lot of fat, but whatever. It's definitely a treat, but it's not something you should eat all the time. If you can avoid it. But listen, like you said, if there's an apocalypse and you need to eat something, and the Twinkies is all you got, definitely go for the Twinkies. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me on this live stream. This has been Holy Joe Rock and Roll, coming at you live and definitely unscripted. We tried these 2 meats; they're both very good. I definitely recommend both of them. And as far as the beers go, I would say, what would I say? Hang on. See if I can adjust this. View. Zoom to fit. I would say the blonde was the best. I would say the blonde ale for me was the best. And I would probably, and the not filter. So the first 2 ones I think are the best for me. The blonde was actually the best. It actually had maybe blonde ale. Kind of fruity, a little bit kind of more of a fruity flavor. I don't know what the blonde ale is supposed to mean, but it was actually enjoyable. The Nepastrovana just tastes like, just beer. The wheat beer had a little bit of a wheat flavor. I didn't really taste the wheat, and the Pilsner was strong. Had a stronger Pilsner, traditional Pilsner flavor in my opinion. All right, so definitely make it happen for the captain, because you're the captain. Until next time. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Holy Joe Rock and Roll, coming at you live and unscripted. There's more coming, so please hit that subscribe button if you're new to this. Let your friends know. Hallelujah. Hit that subscribe button. Let your friends know about this channel. Thumb it up and comment. If you got any ideas on stuff I should review, especially stuff that's Polish, Let me know. This has been HolyJoe Rock and Roll again, reminding you to always make it happen for the captain, because you're the captain.